Hello everyone! Today's video is going to bring you some tips for how to set up a bulletproof plank. Now, a plank is a very common exercise in the gym. It's something that we have probably all done at some point in our lives. But since we got a special request to go over some plank technique and setup, I thought I would bring you a little bit more on how you would get into position and how you can stay stable and strong in this position as well. Please refer to our plank variation video to see some progressions and regressions and different creative ways that you can be doing your plank once you set up a really strong foundation. We're going to start with a little bit of a neuromuscular control exercise that creates stability and stiffness in a standing position, a standing plank, if you will. So I'm going to stand in place and create a really strong foundation at my base, strengthen my quads, strengthen my brace or create brace in my core, and I'm going to stay strong in my shoulders. I'm going to maintain a stacked position of my ears over shoulders, over hips, over knees, and ankles. And what I'm actually going to do is have Ryan come in and compromise my stability. Okay, so if you don't have a Ryan at home, that's okay. Just create a mental image of what we're about to go through with this exercise practice. So I'm going to create my stable base and image in my head as if somebody is pushing on my chest and I have to resist that force. So Ryan is actually creating that force for me. I'm solid and stable in my position. Am I making it hard for you, Ryan?
If I let go, she's going to fall, so she's pushing in very hard.
Exactly. So he's now going to come to my back and do the same. For you at home, mental image that you're leaning back and holding stable support, leaning backwards.
And I have to be pretty stable here to stop her because she is pushing in hard.
Okay, now he's going to come from the side. And I'm going to resist. My stable base, I'm not leaning, I'm just resisting his push. Excellent. So now that I've been attacked from all angles with force, I'm going to apply that to my plank position. So neuromuscularly, I've prepared my mind to oppose force and create full body stiffness. When I come into my plank position, there's a lot of different ways that you can be in your position on the floor, whether it be on the hands or on the elbows. I'm going to demonstrate elbows for you today. When you come into your position on the floor, another key thing to think about is that your joints stay stacked. So when I come to my elbows, I want to make sure my elbows stay underneath my shoulders because a stacked joint position is stronger than unstacked. If I come like this or like this, and my shoulder comes away from directly being on top of my elbow, it puts stress on that joint. We don't want to stress the joint, especially not the shoulder with how many shoulder pathologies we see in the gym these days. Save your shoulders, stack your joints. I come into my position so that, as I've just explained, stacked joint position. My feet come to shoulder width apart. Now, you can regress this right away by coming to the knees if it's too much for you to stay on top, and you can progress this right away by bringing your feet in. But for the basic setup, keep your feet shoulder width apart. With my shoulder position, I'm going to make sure that I'm still imagining as if I was standing up. So I'm not going to hunch over top in my shoulders. I'm going to make sure that I maintain stacked shoulders over top of hips. So when I'm in my floor plank position, my shoulder blades gently squeeze together and I create space for my neck by drawing my shoulders down and away from my ears. My hips are in line with my shoulders. So are my knees, and so are my ankles. Now I could hold this for about 30 seconds with maximum tension, and that should be a fairly big challenge, or enough of a challenge to incorporate into your workout. Generally in the fitness industry, for our clients, before we do any kind of progressions to standing on one hand or switching hands or hand tap planks, we want to ensure that you can maintain a strong plank for at least 60 seconds before you move on. So try this at home, set yourself up into a plank position, do the neuromuscular control test first, and then set yourself up and let us know if your planks feel stronger.